Caribbean. You look like you, where are you at, in Greece?
Girl, I don't know where the hell that is. I forgot.
I think you're either in Greece or Italy.
Maybe Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I went
Because of the cobblestones and the way the architecture is in the back. Yeah. Go on and get your Greek man or Italian.
No, because their food would make me bigger.
They like big women though.
The what?
You remind her of the witch from the horror story. Oh yeah. Yeah, you do.
I never seen that.
You haven't seen Coven? Oh, Lynna. You about to get your witch card pulled. You have to go on Netflix.
Witch card.
You gotta go watch Coven. You have to go watch Coven.
Coven?
American Horror Story. Coven.
Okay. Well, I'm watching The Protector right now.
Yeah, she didn't have orange hair. Or it was like a reddish blonde look or something like that. But yeah.
Oh, so did I before the pandemic.
It looks good though. You look good. Tell Taylor she did a good job.
Oh, see, just the shirt and this little vest thing.
The vest thing came in the box too. The whole outfit came in the box.
Except for my jeans, but yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you tell them what you like. I didn't see Apocalypse follow up. I think I tried to get into it and something made me mad in one of the episodes, and I get like that. If one thing makes me mad in an episode, I don't want to see the whole freaking season.
Oh, I'm that way. If an actor plays a part that I don't like, then I won't watch that actor or nothing else. Rob Lowe can kiss my ass. I don't like him.
Rob Lowe? What did Rob Lowe do?
Girl, when I was 14 years old, he came up to Waxahachie to film Square Dance with Winona Ryder, and I was an extra in that movie. Winona was the sweetest person in the world. I sat and talked to her for like 3 hours. And you know, I'm exactly 3 months older than her. But we talked for hours.
I know that.
And Rob Lowe asked him for an autograph. I don't have time for this. I've got to fly back to LA. Well, fuck you then. Tear your ass.
I heard that he's really not good with fans, though. You know, some people are and some people aren't.
He's so rude. So I won't watch anything he's in. Nope. And I'm a lot older than 14 now. Sex, lies, and videotape can kiss my ass.
Somebody is triggered.
No, he was rude to me. You can't be rude to me. I don't care who you are. You can't be rude to me.
Girl, look at that. You look so much like Taylor right there. Rolling them eyes and pushing that chin out.
No, ma'am. You can't be rude to me.
I used to love Rob Lowe, but
Nope. Not me. The good thing he did play a retarded boy in that movie. He did. Have you not seen that movie? He was going to cut his own little pecker off with a pair of scissors. Girl,
what movie?
Square Dance.
No, I have not even heard of this.
Yep, I'm one of the little kids in the pews with my feet going like that at the church scene.
So you were extra in the movie, and you tried to talk to him, and he blew you off.
Yes. So I don't. Nope. I keep my $6.50. He ain't getting none of my money.
Girl, when the last time you been to the movies?
I watch Netflix.
$6.50 was like what, 10 years ago? We up to like $10, $12 now.
Look, since I was 14, and how old am I now? Old enough? He ain't got
oh my God.
Long time.
Yes, Alyssa, me and Alyssa, no, $10, $12. And if you go to the IMAX thing, it's $15 for the seats that move.
You can go to the dollar show for $6.50. It's not.
Well, yeah, I guess you could, and you could still do matinee. They got what is it? Showtime Showbiz has like the matinee for what, $5?
I don't know. I thought it was $6.50.
It might
My
be.
kids don't go to movies either.
It might be, but I know, yeah, for date night, yeah, $10, $12 for a movie. Oh, $5 Tuesdays, yeah. That is so true.
I
So
don't know.
I don't know.
Go to the
She
movie.
said she's having problems because she's in pain.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No, I got Alyssa saying she hurt her hand.
Girl, I got a bruise. I need you to look at. Well, I'm not showing it on here.
Where's it at?
It's like right on the inside of my thigh. I noticed it when I was in the shower and I touched it and it hurts. And it was like, what the hell did that? Because
I keep telling y'all to stop having demon sex. Y'all don't listen to me.
not me, not me.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh, drive-ins? I haven't been to a drive-in since Colorado.
Yeah, we have one right down the road.
Yeah,
Not
but
too far from where you get the peach ice cream.
my peach ice cream in Fairfield?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
Girl,
one going back that way.
that's 189 miles. That's not right down the road.
I mean, it's in Texas. Nothing in Texas is right down the road.
That's like, oh, I thought you meant to your house. I was going to say, that's still 60 miles.
No, I'm trying to think. They have one closer, but I remember seeing it when we passed. Let's see, drive-in movie theater. I'm always scared because I'm scared somebody gonna get a machine gun and try to take everybody out. I don't even like to be, I'm an empath too. I don't like crowds and stuff, but sitting out there, I just keep thinking somebody gonna come in there and blow it up or shoot everybody looking at a movie.
There's somebody doing a concert at a drive-in.
Yeah,
I heard that on the radio.
the Mark, the French guy, the guy that does the music, Mark Ribley. Is it Rib? Oh my God, I can't. My French is horrible. Ribley. He was doing the streams, and he travels to the drive-in movie theaters now and does concerts.
Well, they were talking about somebody on the radio doing it too.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it was it was some 80s band. It wasn't Poison, but it was somebody like that. A rock band. They were talking about it on 95.7.
Okay, they have one in Hockley.
Where's that?
Hockley is right next to Tomball. So it is down the street from me.
Okay.
Probably 30 or 40 minutes away.
That's still a good ways from me though.
Yeah, but if you came over here and ate some food, or we could pack, truck up and then throw the bed down and, blow up some pillows and stuff and hang out.
Yeah, we could
The
do that.
Texas mosquitoes, though, they would kill us, though.
The skin's so soft.
Oh, well, that's true, too. That's true, too. Well, I tell you what, babe, let's get into it. Because she's still trying to pull herself together, and I don't want her to feel pressure to come in and try to catch up. Should we?
Oh, tell her
she said she can't get on.
She's got to register, and then she'll get an email.
Okay, let me let her know.
Because I don't know if Zoom updated or I did something wrong.
They did, because I had to register again too.
Okay. Because it looked different this time.
This technology is starting to give me a freaking headache. Okay, I sent it to her. So we'll wait then. We'll wait because she's trying to punch everything in. Okay, yeah. She said she's working on it. Oh my goodness, you guys. So y'all, what is it? Was it a new moon, full moon this week? I know a couple of people were sending me are doing rituals.
New moon.
It's a new moon? Okay. I knew it was something. I'm so freaking tired. I woke up tired. I'm tired now, so I figured it was either full or new moon. Energy is zapping really quick.
That's why I came on. I got back from picking up the kids, and I was like, look, I'm going to lay down till 5:45, then get up and take a shower.
Yeah, that was good. I'm gonna do a spiritual cleanse after this. Try to shake off some gunk. See if I can.
I got a soap for that.
You know, I love your soap. I do. You made some more?
No, I still have some from last time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I love your soap. I haven't done a spiritual bath in a while, so I need it. I need it. Voodoo got attacked the other night.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. How is he? You said he got
Uh,
up, huh?
his whole left leg is swollen.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm giving him antibiotics. Oh, Alyssa is asking if you make products.
Mm-hmm. We go to events together, and I sell all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what you need?
I'm your pusher.
Right. What did I say the other day? 3 for 5, 3 for 5.
Hmm.
That was a long time ago, too. You can't get that for 3 for 5 anymore either.
Couldn't even. I mean, you know, on a special day. On a special day, you can. Ah, she says she still needs to order her reading cloth from you.
Wait about a month because I'm about to put my sewing machine in storage.
Oh, for the move. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why? Did you ever finish your mask?
Mm-hmm. But that is what it is. I've just been letting, if somebody needs ones, like Walker needed one, so I gave him one, and it is what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to do when you get settled. We got to do my mambo mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
because
know.
I can put a logo on it with a cricket.
Yeah, we looked at the machetes, remember? But that
Mhm.
was what, about a couple of months ago, and I know you had a lot on your plate.
But we couldn't do one without doing the other, and that's where we kind of just got lost.
No, it's not. I'm not in a big hurry. I know you got to get settled in. Alyssa was like, yeah,
Okay, that'll be a good time for me too.
I think it'll be a good time for all of us, to be honest. I'm hoping that November, December, things slow way down. My dumb ass should have took advantage of the goddamn quarantine when they locked us down the first time. No, I'm sitting over here still trying to work and be superwoman. Now I'm tired as fuck. Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh,
Oh, it's her birthday. She's gonna
Rob,
be in Cali partying.
Rob got his cloth.
Hmm.
How's it holding up for you, Rob? That piece of hair looks weird.
You can't even see it. You need to put some waves in it. She said, yeah, in my bed, naked partying. With who? Is it a solo party? Are we bringing people? What we doing? Look, I'm all nosy. I'm all in the business.
It's them demons. She gonna end up with bruises on her thighs too.
Hey, that's the party. That's the party. I don't know what I'm gonna do for mine. What is it? October 15th? I don't even know. I think what day is that on? I'm
Mm,
probably gonna sleep, eat me a cupcake, and be like her in the bed naked with frosting all over my face.
that is on Thursday.
Oh, on a Thursday?
Yeah, you can take that day. No, you got massage parties that day, don't you?
It depends on if it falls on a day. I go there every couple of weeks. But I don't know. I always work on my birthday. I think let's see. Rob said stays on his table all the time. He loves it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I normally work for my birthday every year. So I think this year I'm gonna take off. I mean, shit, I'll be 53. I feel like I deserve it this year.
Girl, I sleep on my birthday every year, except for
I think
this.
that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna just lay in bed and like I said, give me a cupcake and you know,
I went.
chill out.
We went across the ferry over there to Bolivar and back, and we didn't. Oh, we got food from Buc-ee's because I refused to go sit in a restaurant. But, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lisa, you did too? Yeah, let's change it this year, Lisa. Let's not work. Let's say screw it. One day ain't gonna kill them.
I got something in my eye, too. I'm just falling apart over here. I feel like, what was that movie with Goldie Hawn and them? Where they used that stuff to make them eternal young, and then they ran out and they started falling apart.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
What was it? It show on the picture to the movie. It shows her with a hole right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about. I ended up watching it with somebody a couple of years ago, and it's an old movie.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa says she normally books singing gigs on her birthday, which would be fun though. If I was a singer, oh my God, hell yeah! Look, we all be in there. So that would be a different type of work. I'd probably be a goddamn fool.
We need to have a virtual birthday party. Everybody sit at home with their own bottle.
That
Listen,
sounds sad. We're gonna be fucked up and sad.
Alyssa up here singing.
Okay, let me see what's going on with Shishi.
Death becomes her.
Mm-hmm. Who put that up there? Oh, Rob, he would know. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, she's still waiting.
What's she waiting for?
It took a while for me to get in too. And it's funny how everybody else just kind of came in. But it took a while for me to get in for it to load up.
It says 5 attendees, but I only see 4.
Really? I'm getting 7 on my end.
7 participants, 2 panelists, 5 attendees. But
Oh, okay.
Oh, it says connecting.
And then it kicks her out. Where did Voodoo go? Hold up.
Huh? Nancy's being very quiet, so is Shanika. Girl, I'm telling you, I got cat hair or something on my eyelashes.
Well, you got what, 15 cats?
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
TMA, too many animals.
They need a home. They need love. So what you doing? Anybody doing any new moon rituals tonight?
Not me.
I think I might do some money work. Thursday and a new moon. It's a good time to call some money in.
It's a day of Jupiter as well.
Mm-hmm, exactly. That's why it's perfect. So yeah, I think I might hook my money lamps up and do some money work. Jasmine's trying to get me to pay for her BBL and her TTL and her, all I get is abbreviations. The girl gonna be coming in with a whole completely different body. Okay, doing some work for my friend that was in the Cali fire. That's good.
Lipotuck.com. Tell her to go there.
Girl, Jazz want the best of the best of the best. She looking at $30,000 tummy tucks, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, what are they gonna do? And then I'm like, what are you gonna do when you have a baby?
$30,000 for a tummy tuck. She wouldn't be able to afford to eat after that.
She ain't worried about it because she live at home. She know I ain't gonna let her starve, but shit, with $30,000 tummy tuck, you don't need to eat after that. Shit, I'd be sitting up a celery stick. Mm-hmm. You know what? She's on this message board, Elissa, and she is like,
There she is.
um, it's so many people that have so many problems, Mom. You know, I don't, she was gonna do it and then she talked herself out of it. But the DR, I mean, they have good doctors. Colombia, they have good doctors. Brazil, they have good doctors.
What's the DR?
She looked on. Hmm.
Dominican Republic?
Yeah. The only thing is with my clients that if you get it there and you get a bad job, the doctors here won't correct it. You got to pay for the surgery all over again here. So you got to make sure that you get a doctor that really gives you what you need. Hey, babe.
Hey, hold on.
What's
Let
going
me see.
on? Is it smoky over there? Is it just what? What?
I have no idea. Hold on.
The spirits are upon you.
That's what I was gonna say. It's her halo shining.
That's what it
Oh,
looks
is
like.
that what it is? Hold on. It's something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the other light.
Yeah, there's a light right above you, behind you.
Yeah, it's my.
Came in looking like an angel. What happened to your hand, babe? I haven't even been on Facebook to see what happened.
I didn't post it on Facebook. It kind of happened. Yeah. Well, this I'll have to do. It happened over the course of yesterday, and it was okay. And I was massaging it, and then all of a sudden, it woke me up this morning, and I literally it woke me up with the pain. So I didn't realize how much I use my left hand for everything. I am like suffering. Everything is slow. And it's like me and Sophie, she's on this life or death thing right now because I'm like, I will stab you right now in your heart.
No, not Sophie. What's going on?
Because she's being crazy. She ran over the hand and everything. So, but yeah, I am looking a little smoky. I'm like, I don't know why.
It's the spirit. It's the spirits with you. Don't even worry about it.
It might be the lighting too.
Did you take some muscle relaxers for your hand? It sounds like tendons.
I took everything. Nothing has helped. I put lidocaine rub up there. I took ibuprofen twice today. And
You
then
smoke you some herb?
No, not yet. I might do an edible. I have to do something.
Yeah, do you a couple of edibles. That's what I tell a lot of my clients, especially with tendonitis and bursitis. Do a couple of edibles or some oil.
I'm gonna have to do something because yeah, I'm hurt. But hi, sorry, it took me forever to get in. I was like, okay, signing up. Then I was like, kick it out, getting kicked out.
No, it's okay because I think they updated because I had to sign in too. Yeah, right. Glucosamine too, Rob, because that's what I do. I take glucosamine and then I'll smoke a little something or I'll take an edible and it helps because I mean, shit, I'm getting old. My joints hurt all the fucking time. But still.
Well, one lady was like, well, have you gone to the doctor? It could be gout in your thumb. And then I was like, gout. And so I looked up, she's like,
is she older?
No, she's younger than me. And she had gout in her pointer finger.
People who have gout, when you say that you have a pain, they literally like you could have gout. And I'm like, where did that come from? Like out of all the things I could have, that's the first thing you throw. But it must traumatize them because my clients do the same thing too. I have gout. And I'm like, you don't have gout.
They said it was painful. She said like if like the air brushed it, she said she wanted to pass out. She said it was the most painful thing in the world.
It sounds like this this blood vessel thing on me. I hit it the other day against the door and I went down to my knees. Jesus!
We need some of that cream. We're falling apart.
Oh, like that death becomes her cream?
Yes.
Yes.
The hardest porcelain.
It's a rough fucking year. If we get past this year, man, can't nothing stop us. I'm already, that's it. If I make it to 2021, I'm invincible. I made my mind and I just fucking hit my finger. Okay.
I'm telling you, when 2021 hits and when, just like that meme when they were like, if you made it through 2020, make noise, I'm going to be making noise. Noise. I'm going to be playing some thug music. I'm going to be playing everything.
Girl.
Working. Everything possible I can do.
Yes,
Hi,
Lord.
ladies. So did we start the interviewing of Lynna?
No, because we were waiting on you because I didn't know if you had a particular thing of questions that you wanted to go through. So
Not particularly, no. I just, do it like always. The usual questions that we ask, I think would be a good way to start with Lynna.
So did one of y'all want to do a introduction or a welcome?
An introduction of you, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I feel like should Tanya do the introduction? We could both introduce her. Hello, everybody. This is Lynna, Mademoiselle Lynna. She is going to be the tarot teacher at the Collegium of Arcane Studies. She also runs Conjure-Knits, if you guys follow her on Instagram, on YouTube. So she knits awesome things, and then she's obsessed with tarot. I think she has more tarot decks probably than Tanya and I combined. I would not be surprised at that if she had 1,000,000 tarot decks. Because we know she's not scared to drop coins on them for sure. It is her passion, and she does not work with the Rider-Waite tarot, which is honestly something very rare to encounter. She actually works with Tarot de Marseille. So I introduced the amazing Lynna.
and you're also a root worker too.
Oh, and the root worker. Oh,
yeah. A lot of people don't know this about Lynna, but Lynna is very gifted with works. She really is. She doesn't put it out there, so I just outed you like big time. I don't think it's a big secret though, but I think she's just as gifted with roots and putting things together and doing work for people as she is with her cards. She doesn't really lean on that side that much, but there's been times where I'll be like, okay, I need to lose weight, and she'll be like, okay, you need to do da. And I'm like, oh. Or either I'm having a problem with somebody and she's like, you need to da. And I'm like, oh. So she'll drop little things here and there, and then in between she'll be picking up her cards and knitting like an old lady. Like, I don't know nothing.
She'd be like, well, now that I dropped that little bit of jewel off to you,
I got to go back into character.
Where's it at? I'm making a blanket now.
Oh my goodness.
See?
That's so funny. I love it.
But extremely, extremely gifted, and definitely has more tarot cards than you and I combined. Definitely more expensive. Well, I don't know. You and her might be neck and neck with expensive cards. I haven't reached that level yet. I kind of want to do it, but I haven't gotten there yet. You and her, oh yeah. Elite collector.
I did order a new deck this week.
I did too. Well, actually, I blame Alyssa. She continued my addiction. She bought me, I got my one tarot deck, but she gave me the Happy Tarot.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So cute. Like, it's so adorable.
Oh, that is cute.
Even when you're telling people bad news, you can't help but be happy because the cards are so happy. You're like, I'm so sorry that you're not going to get that. And then you're like,
Well, that would be cool. It sounds cool. It really does. We need it in 2020. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm starting to figure, dude, we need to pull the angel cards out.
The Hello Kitty cards. What do you mean?
I mean, honestly, at this point, whatever works.
I did order. Jamie's got a tarot deck, not the tiles. I didn't buy the tiles because I was trying to save money, but I got the cards.
The tiles are coming, y'all. They're coming. She's sitting up there smiling. I know that look on her face. They're coming. Tiles.
I actually said, I'm not backing any more tarot decks. Then I was like, ooh, I only have 4 hours to get this one. And if I don't get it, then someone else is going to sell it to me. It's going to be more expensive.
That's what Walker did to me. He says, Mom, have you seen this deck? I was like, mm-mm. He said, Mom, can I have this deck? Will you order this deck for me? And I was like, well, if you get the 6-pack.
Mm-hmm. So
we can take them to events.
you should start the talk with your addiction. You should talk about how you became addicted to tarot
Wait, first I want to know how many tarot decks you have approximately.
Mm.
I have no idea. No idea. How many does that box hold? 16. And I got 2 full boxes, a tub. All these over here, I have no idea. No
So you
idea.
probably have over 100 tarot decks for sure.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
easy.
she has to. I have 130.
You have more tarot decks than me then, Tanya.
I have 130, and I know she has more decks than I have.
That's because I
know.
get her decks all the time. I order me a deck and her deck.
Well, she'll come over and she'll be like, "Oh, look," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't need a goddamn deck, Lynna." And then she'll be like, "Here," and you can just pay me for it.
Because you need it. You didn't know you needed it.
It's
but
like,
you
what?
need it.
For real? And then what was it with the demon deck? She was like, "Okay, order the deck, but I want the box that it comes in." You know what? I still owe you some more money on that deck. Now that I think about it, because I only gave you what, 50?
Mm-hmm.
So I owe you 30.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I owe you. It just clicked with me that I didn't give you all that money. But yeah, she'll come over here and go, "Oh, this is cute. I have gotten 4 decks from just what she does when she comes over and shows me her decks."
I finally got, Alyssa said, y'all have cool decks. I still can't find the ones Tanya told me last time. I finally got one of Tanya's decks. It was out of print and someone sold it. The Amira Tarot. That's a tough one. The one I can't get is the Tough Shit Tarot.
Tough Shit is hard. It's hard to find because they come in print and they only do so many, and because they're back ordered, people are like,
"Yep, that's what they're doing with the True Black Tarot." And the tarot art creator for the True Black Tarot is on my page, and I was like, "Dude, it's my favorite deck." He's like, "Thanks." He's such a quiet guy. It's so funny. But so now we discovered you have 355 million decks.
Mm-hmm. Approximately. Yeah.
Approximately. And still growing. And then like Tanya has more decks than I'm like, wait a minute here. Now I have to keep up with y'all. I need to get into the hundreds.
Well, I think too.
I do is like on the Kickstarter, Benabel Wins deck, the Spirit Keepers deck. It was only going to be offered for that amount of time. So you buy 2 decks in case you wear the first one out. Otherwise,
yeah, she buys 2.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
no, I do that
all the time.
You have a Green Virtue deck, and you're like, oh, I got to shuffle like this, real easy,
Yeah. No, I have some decks that I have 2 of. That I do agree, but my Kickstarters, man, I have very few 2 Kickstarter decks. Very few, but I do have quite a few out of print decks. People are like, we're looking for this. And they're like, we'll pay this. And I'm like, ooh, I can't sell that. Even though I haven't used it yet, I know I'm going to use it later. Mm-hmm. Like, I just can't, I can't bring myself to sell it.
That's true.
Decks that are not even open. And that one deck, Tanya, like the one I got you, I'll never sell that deck.
Which one is it?
Which one?
The Salvador Dali.
Oh yeah, don't ever sell that deck.
Yeah.
I got the original one.
Yeah, that's really tough to find.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful deck, though. Hold up, let me see.
The one I have has the gold edges around it.
Look, Alyssa's saying she's going to quit after she finds the one Tanya told her about, but that's a lie because I'll probably get her 1 or 2 or something. I sent her 2. I sent her 2 erotic decks, and she sent me the Happy Tarot. Oh, that's nice.
Lynna's has the gold around it, though, of course. She got I was like, oh.
Fancy one. No, I'm like,
I paid like $100 for those back in 2007, and they're worth $700 now.
Oh, yeah.
So no.
I found one of my decks somebody selling for $600, and I was like,
well, that's like that Spirit Keepers deck.
Oh yeah, that's going as high as 800 right now.
Mm-hmm. And I have one that's not even open. And then the same thing, well, with the Angels and Demons deck, same thing. You can't get those for either.
I don't think I got the Angels and Demons. I did not get that. But I did get, I just got the Compendium of Witches tarot deck. She's going to sell some of them, but I got some other stuff. I got the Tarot Banksy, which I really liked, which is like the street artist Banksy.
Yeah.
They have a tarot deck.
They had a deck.
Yeah, I got the Tarot Banksy, the first edition. And that was pretty cute. That was really cute.
Now, Jamie is coming out with a new tarot deck, and it's actually got like justice, and she drew Benabel Wynn because Benabel's a lawyer. And so she's putting people from our community in her deck.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get that one too.
I got this one for.
Wouldn't it be easier though to work the person like that? Like if you have a problem with that person and they're represented in the deck, and you do some spell work with the deck.
Well, probably, but I wouldn't do that.
But
you wouldn't, but somebody creative would.
Yeah, somebody would.
Somebody creative would, because that deck you made that has my picture in it, and I think I had it on Instagram, and somebody was like, "Oh, I want that deck." It was a guy.
Did you make?
Oh,
She made it.
But I don't sell it because it has pictures of like me and Tonya and my kid.
Yeah. Let me see where it's at.
I want that deck.
It's cute. It's really, really cute. She has herself in the deck.
See, I'm the lady.
Oh, that's cute.
And she has me.
Oh, yeah.
And then my husband.
Oh, no. I want that deck. I love y'all, but I want it just for him, actually. No, I'm over it. That's everybody's husband.
But anyway, the guy asked me, because I had a picture of it, and he goes, "Where do you get that deck from?" And I was like, "Well, it's not for sale. It was a friend that made it." And he goes, "Well, I want that deck because it has a picture of you, and I want to do some love work on that picture." I was like,
"What? Why would you want
You better go on. You better go on.
Told you.
Yeah, at least he was front. He was like, "I didn't want to do it behind your back. I wanted you to know that I was going to work that card." I was like, "You ain't going to never get the card."
I ain't gonna say. Well, he could right click and take it.
He could print it out.
I mean, honestly, he could download any picture off of Instagram.
Yeah, look at what Arcane does.
Exactly. But he was like, "Yeah, I want to work it." So I always wonder about that. When you use any deck you create, you put your energy in it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, so if somebody really wanted to work against it that way, you're always going to have a creative worker or a creative witch that's going to figure out a way to get to where they want to get.
Well, you don't.
Alyssa wants that deck now too, Lynna. I'm sorry, you're gonna just have to make like 2-3 more prints of that deck. We
It's
need
a
that
cute
deck. Yeah, we need that deck, Lynna. We need it.
She's like, "I'll think about it." Look at it.
I see it. She's like, "I'm not."
Oh no, she don't want my deck. She wants Tanya's deck.
You guys,
I think I have your first tarot deck, Tonya.
And that deck was horrible. It was horrible. But
I love it.
Thank you. But I think that's why it takes me so long to reproduce this the way I want, because I'm like, I don't know. But it's almost like when you know it's right, it's right.
Right. No, but if you get in your head, then you won't print it out. Because it'll never be perfect.
I'm in my head, because I get people in the inbox like, "Where the fuck is the deck? Where is the deck?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
When you put your deck out, I'm gonna buy it.
We need to draw a deck.
I've literally been talking to somebody about a voodoo deck, about drawing it. So we'll see. I feel like spirit will open doors up when it's time. You know.
Look, Rob
is like, don't leave me out. But
I want Lynna and Tanya's deck. I'm gonna be greedy like that. I am gonna be so greedy. I'm be like, you know what? What if I turn 70 and die, and y'all never gave me that deck, and y'all could have just give me.
You're older than you. You can come and take ours.
I'd be like, you guys pack it down to your kids and all those memories we shared. Just all.
Lisa's like so over the top. She's so dramatic. That's an Aquarius.
Look,
I am the worst.
Look, we're gonna have to do something fast, so we don't have to pay for overseas shipping.
No, you won't.
You ain't lying.
You don't have to. I'll have a military postal box.
Oh, so we won't have to pay that $60 for shipping?
No.
That'll be good.
That $200 Lenormand deck.
For real.
Free shipping.
Freaking crazy. Look, we can talk about decks on there. We got to get into this interview.
So
we will talk about decks all freaking night.
All night. Oh, because they're so fun. But Lynna, I guess, I'm going to ask you the question I asked I've asked so many other people.
Okay.
Why did you want to teach at the Collegium besides the fact that I asked you? Because Marcus, like, besides the fact that you asked me, I'm like, really, Marcus?
That sounds like Marcus, though.
I was kind of at first because Tonya brought it to me, and she's like, would you consider? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't like putting my face out there. I just don't. And it's, you know, I don't know. I'm weird, I guess. But because I feel like I have something that, you know, I like to help people. And by teaching them tarot and teaching the meaning behind the tarot, you know, I feel like that I can help them that way, because then they help themselves, and then they can help others as well. So it's kind of like, you know, paying it forward, I guess. But I like to help, and I love tarot. And I think more people need to know, just besides, oh, I like that deck. That's a cool deck. Yes, I like that deck too. And I'm going to get that deck. But why that deck? What's the history behind the deck? Where did tarot come from? You know, there's so much in tarot that people don't even, I mean, there's numerology, there's the astrology, there's, I mean, just all kinds of things in tarot that people it's more than just looking at the pretty pictures.
Yeah. So what is it, you know, that you really feel like, I know that you're saying you can bring a lot to people with the teaching of tarot, but what is it that you want people to really know about tarot? Like, I know when you and I spoke, you were like, there's so much that you can do with tarot. So what are some of the examples that you have for people that they can do with tarot?
Well, you can read tarot, you read the patterns, you can do spells with tarot. But how do I put this? I want people to feel the way that I feel about tarot. I want to bring out their passion. You know, if they know where it comes from, if they know that what they can do with it, they can get excited about it too.
So how did you exactly get started on this path? What has turned you into the tarot-holic that you are?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to ask me in the beginning, and I was like, I don't know if I know that. I don't know. Well, I first started off with the fairy deck, the oracle deck, and I used that. And then I learned to read the tarot with Robin Wood. I never liked the Rider-Waite, but then I grew to like the Rider-Waite after like 10 years. I didn't like it for 10 years. But then I started just being in the community and having my friends create decks, I guess, is what got me to like buy in decks all the time. Because not a lot of the decks I buy are from the store. I mean, some are, but not a lot of them. I buy a lot of Kickstarters, and I buy like Jamie's deck. You know, hers is not a Kickstarter, but I know Jamie. I know I know, you know, these different people, and just gotta have them. I don't know. It's kind of like asking a crack whore, why do you smoke crack? Because I like it, you know. There's not a one reason. It's just like, gotta have it.
Oh God. Oh my God.
And
Alyssa said your fairy deck was the first deck she had, and they hated her.
they didn't like her.
Yes,
Fairies are not always nice, you know.
nah, the fae are not.
Tinkerbell wasn't always nice either. But no, there's some little demons. They really are. Let me see if I can find one. Oh no, that one's nice.
I think that's what gets a lot of people confused when they first start. A lot of people try to force themselves to like a deck and read it. A lot of people don't connect with Rider-Waite. Rider-Waite is a deck that has a lot of layers.
Yeah.
Like, you literally can pull one card and spend an hour on that card giving a reading, because there's so many layers to it. And some people, that's overwhelming.
Well, I didn't. The thing about it was when I first encountered Rider-Waite, I didn't like it because it wasn't pretty.
Right. I'm
But,
like, I don't like the art of Rider-Waite.
but when you learn the backstory about the art and why she did it so, I call it basic. It's really not basic. She drew those in 1908 and they were published in 1909. At that time, everybody was doing the Renaissance paintings and everything was nice and pretty, but her using harsh colors, the reds, the blues, the yellows, she was actually using a Japanese style painting and using the colors from a Japanese style. So she was before her time. And once I understood that, I gained an appreciation for her cards and I started using those cards. And I think of them more as a Pamela Colman Smith deck than Rider-Waite. Why did they leave her out? She's the one that did all the work.
They usually would leave her out.
Mm-hmm. But
because that was the time.
And she died penniless and everything else, but she was the one that did all the work and she was ahead of her time. And once I understood, like I was saying, the backstory, then I began to appreciate her work. And now I'll use her deck. I prefer the Marseille, but I will use the Rider-Waite.
That kind of makes me bitter that they just left her out now, Lynna.
Yeah, because when they say Rider-Waite, that's all they say is Rider-Waite. They don't say Rider-Waite. Well, every now and then somebody will say Rider-Waite Smith or RWS. Mm-hmm. They leave her out a lot. And she's the one that was in the Golden Dawn. She's the one that did the artwork, you know?
But so it was a sign of the times, though, right?
Yeah, but still, that doesn't make it right.
Right. No. So she got no money at all?
She died penniless. And that's a damn shame. So and as much
as Rob, yeah, she called it a crack hole.
Mm. Yeah. Oh wait, so Rob is like, she called it a crack hole. He's like, but I'm real high right now, so I just have to
he's on an edible delay. He's catching up with the conversation 15 minutes ago.
Like, so he's really enjoying it.
So yeah, he's gonna come up with in a little bit.
I won't go rob somebody just so I can buy a tarot deck. Well, I might not.
I don't know, because I mean, I would rob somebody for a certain tarot deck, but I wouldn't rob somebody to buy a tarot deck, but I would take their tarot deck.
Unless it was like the utilities or something, you know, you might not pay the electric bill so you can buy a deck, because you can pay the electric bill later, just pay extra $10.
Now, I'll pay my bills, but I'll rob somebody for a tarot deck.
Oh, see, I got it bad. I thought I had an addiction. I'm realizing I don't have an addiction.
Oh, you have an addiction to other things.
I probably do. Tarot cards, but I don't know. It depends, because I don't want them until I see y'all with them. Then I'm like, oh, that deck is so beautiful.
But that's usually how
I'm your dealer, though. See, in that sense. Oh, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Like Alyssa's saying addicted much. Alyssa, I believe you have some of the same decks I have. Alyssa is a coming addict.
A what?
She's a coming addict. She's becoming an addict.
Oh,
becoming addict.
I heard that wrong too.
What did you guys think I said?
Yeah, coming addict.
I probably got cut off, but she might be that too. I don't know.
Maybe you were kind of like on the same wavelength. Like, what? I'm like, coming for who? Okay, you're right. Why did we go there? Why did we go there, Lynna?
Oh God, we're like, oh, poor Alyssa.
Shanika said that's what she heard too.
Oh my God, I was pretty sure I said up and coming.
Either we are horny or something is going to be all completely wrong.
Oh my Lord.
I'm crying over here too. Oh my God, let me wipe my face. Ugh.
I'm pretty sure I said up and coming, but maybe I was like, coming deck.
I didn't hear the up. I heard coming.
This is a coming addict too. And I was like, what did she say?
can't even see.
She's
Oh.
giving or receiving what?
We were like everything.
Oh, whew, okay.
Up and coming.
It's true.
She say it's true.
Jeez.
Oh, my belly hurts.
Oh.
Oh, my Lord.
One word, man. One word took us down. What I tell you?
One syllable.
And look, Rob's like, he's like, no more edibles.
Syllable.
Crack hose and coming addict.
Oh my God. Okay. I forget, what were we talking about now? Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
We were saying how like Lynna would go without paying the electricity for a tarot decks. And I was like, I don't know, I might rob somebody for a tarot deck. I mean, think about it. If you could get the original Visconti Madroni, you wouldn't like it was there. You wouldn't, I'd be like, I might rob it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I could get away with getting your skin deck, yeah, I might push you. I might push you to the side. Now, if you happen to fall over the bridge so that I can get away with the deck, but then the deck would probably do me in.
I would haunt you.
Oh my God, you and everybody else. You and everybody associated with it.
I'd be so petty. I'd be like, I'm just gonna mess up your altars because you knocked me off a bridge for my
God,
skin
I
deck.
know it. I know it. But you, like you say, you do. You have those decks where it's like, oh my God, you know, that's a phenomenal deck. It
is. But it's strange because, you know, you can tell it's changing because her husband's dying. And so she's spending more time over there. So.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. It's okay, though. I understand. I understand. But I have another one now, so. But that's like my friend's deck. He passed, and it was crazy when I brought that in the house. Then like they were fighting because like he's like a Christo pagan. She was like a dark witch. So it was a whole lot of craziness in my house, but it's fine now. But Lynna, so we know you won't pay the electricity.
No, I do pay my electric. I do. I really do. But I would think about it real hard.
I feel you on that. I do. I'm like, You guys want a cat? I might have to send Sophie over to y'all. I'll text her over.
I got 6.
Well, she doesn't go outside, Tanya, but I can text her to you.
I was shit. I was gonna say I don't know how Voodoo would treat her, but I'm pretty sure she'd run him. She'd boss him. She'd boss him. So, yeah. Lynna, I mean, I'm like, I feel like I've talked to you so much. I'm like, what questions could we ask for everybody else? Alyssa, wait a minute, the deck is changing. Yes, the deck is changing because the deck is haunted. But Sophie, stop it. This is not for you. Sit down. What do you want people to get out of this class? Because I know, like you said, a lot of people don't know that when you get a deck, you literally research everything. I mean, to the T.
With Shishi is that I didn't like the Rider-Waite deck until I learned the history behind it, why she used those colors, why did it look so basic when it was so far ahead of her time, and then I can begin to appreciate. If I can teach the history and some of the things like that, other people can learn to appreciate tarot more. And once you appreciate it, you have a passion for it.
Do you ever feel looking at your tarot decks and teaching, or, you know, like, because you're so serious about everything in the card, down to every image, down to every detail of your card, do you ever feel like some decks that are out there were just printed just to be printed and they have no passion about them?
No, maybe not to me, but somebody somewhere, there's a story behind every deck. There's a story why that deck creator created that deck. Just like I was saying with Jamie's deck, she's using people from the community that she knows. She's putting that into her deck. You know, there's I don't know. There's a story behind every single deck. Even the, what is it? The Dark Mansion. You know, there's a story behind that deck. Every deck has a story. This Salvador Dali has a story. That deck was created to be used as a movie prop in a Nicolas Cage movie. They didn't use it. They ended up using a different deck, and then he mass produced that deck so that it wouldn't just be wasted. But there's a story behind every single deck.
So they literally created that deck just to be used in the movie.
Yes.
Hmm.
You know, Salvador Dali is a famous painter.
Yeah.
It was created as a prop.
I like Salvador Dali paintings.
Yeah, he's
I like
crazy.
them a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, he's crazy.
See, I don't look at him as crazy. I definitely felt like he mentally was ahead of his time. It's kind of like, you know, if somebody with our,
very eccentric.
He's very eccentric. He was the Elton John of his time. That's all.
I like Elton.
But I think a lot of creators are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what makes the deck stand out to a lot of people, is that they can either relate to the energy, whether it's chaotic or peaceful, or like the happy deck, something that's happy. It kind of goes off with the creation. And then you, like you say, with the history, it makes you connect more. If you understand what the person was going through when they made the deck, it makes the deck make more sense to me. Because you can look at the pictures like you were saying and see that.
Well, and I know all the time you say every time Lynna gets a deck, she reads the book because I want to know the story. If you get the creator's interpretation, then other doors start opening, because then you'll see things in the cards that maybe you didn't see before, because that's what the creator saw. And then you can use that in other decks when you're reading a different deck, because it triggers, oh yeah, you know.
And she does that when she comes over here and she pulls the deck out. She's like, look at the book. Or she'll have a printout of a paper and she goes, okay, do you see where this King of Swords, if this King of Swords, and I'm sitting up there like, yeah, because I'm the tarot reader that opens up the package and throws the book away. But through her eyes, and I think that's what's going to make her a really great teacher, is that through her eyes, that is important to make that connection with the creator, with exactly why the image was chosen, the time of day the image was chosen, things like that most people don't connect with, that would take the reading to a completely different level.
I mean, honestly, I have to say, I've done both. I look at the book and then I go also with my interpretation. Every time I get a deck, I put the book to the side and I get out a new journal and I write what that card means to me. And then I see, I go back and I double check what the creator
right.
that deck
you have to use intuition as well. You can't just, you know, recite something from memory out of a book. But what I was saying was, I think it was the Dark Moon Tarot. There was something in one of the cards about a puddle and how they laid the coat down over the puddle so the woman could cross it. And I never imagined that for that card before. But now when I don't even remember what card it was, to be honest. But now if I pull that card in another deck, that story is triggered and I can relate it to even a different deck. But by reading their stories, you get an even broader vision.
I think that's what I was going to say, is like, but then when I hear you talk about it, kind of what Tanya said, I'm like, ooh, I didn't even see all that. And it kind of makes me be like, you know, feel like, did I gyp myself in a way with some of the decks I got by not looking, you know, at the interpretation of the artist? But then I realized some of my decks that I got only have that really tiny book. So there was really no interpretation.
The ones with the keywords, we know the keywords. You can throw those away.
Yeah. I think here's the thing that people don't understand. Tarot cards, decks open up your intuition. You, at some point, you don't need them. I've seen you do readings without looking at the cards. I've seen Alyssa do readings without looking at the cards. I've seen Lynna do readings without looking at the cards. We buy cards and we work with them because we love the art. We love the history. We love the layout of the colors with it. But at some point, as a diviner, you literally could go outside and read some dirt. If you're and it opens up your intuition. That's what the tool is. The tarot cards are a tool.
Well, and also like when I'm doing readings for people, I'll show the cards because I can point out, see this, how this does this here,
They
or
need to see it.
and that way they can understand it better. If I just say, girl, I don't even know why you even want to be with him. What's going on with you? I can say, look, this is what he's doing. Do you see this right here?
Exactly.
Oh, you see this up here in the corner? You can't forget about that, you know.
Yeah.
I had a person that called me out. They got a reading with me, an email reading, and in my email readings, I give the cards because you might be a reader. So I want you to be able to know what the cards are in case you need to go back in and interpret them. She gave me a bad review. She gave me a 1 star because she said I didn't like the fact that she put the card, the history of the card, and what the card meant, and then interpreted the cards. She goes, I didn't need all that. And I was like, because I feel like, yeah, I do. I think sometimes I can tell you that the dude is no good, but sometimes you have to see the 3 of Swords with the 5 of Swords, with, you know, other cards, the Death card or whatever, to understand the finality of it. Like, okay, you don't want to hear it, but maybe if you see it, and Google the cards yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's important that you put that out there because people really need to see it.
They do. They're tools. They're tools.
Mm-hmm. Even when they don't want to, I feel like they need to, because some people are very intuitive. You can give them a picture of the cards, and they literally can read it themselves. They can pick it up. But I think what you do, and I love the beauty of that deck, is like even sometimes when I look at it, like when you try to show me, and Lynna, I'll ask her a question, and it'll be like these little X's or lines or whatever in the cards. To me, that's what they look like.
She's like, that's a no because it's crossed over.
Oh yeah, when we did that reading, you could clearly see that penis, and it was red. That bitch was infected.
And I'm sitting up there looking at the cards like, okay, but then I saw it. I saw it through her eyes though. But it was one of those things where I think a lot of people don't read that particular deck because they're looking for a different type of imagery, but the deck is really very deep. When you look into it, it's a very deep, and it has a lot of information that comes out of it too.
Are you talking about the Marseille or what deck?
Yeah, the Marseille. It's
Marseille
really,
with an infected penis?
Yes, let me find it.
Is it the 10 of Swords with infected penis?
No,
I don't know what it was, but when she pointed it out, it literally was a red penis. It was having problems.
Yeah. What it was
and I was reading a completely different deck. I think I was reading playing cards, and I got the same message too. So it was interesting to see how I would have looked at that deck and not seen it in that deck. I didn't connect with the imagery of it. But she literally was like, yeah, that's it. And I was like, okay, how you get that out of them little squiggly red lines? But she did.
It's like, because I'm Queen Lynna of Tarot.
Exactly. And she knows it. She knows that deck forward and backwards. She really does. That's the passion of it, though, for her, is that, you know, she'll lay the cards out and then she'll look at you like, don't you see it? Like, don't you see it? And I'm like, what am I looking at?
Oh, here it is. It was the 3 of Cups because, okay, see, here's the, where am I at? Here's the uterus. Damn, this camera.
Then there's the red penis shooting up it.
Yeah, right there.
Ah.
And look, that's a face too. That could even be somebody getting an infection for a blowjob.
It looks like it.
Ovaries. So if this person didn't stop fucking around with just anybody, they were going to end up with a baby. But she better be careful because his penis is red and his penis is in other places.
Put that card a little bit closer to the camera.
Let me see. Well,
oh wait, no. Okay, there we go.
It looks like a face where somebody is.
It does look like a face.
It could be an infection in their mouth. It could be somebody getting a blowjob with some tainted sperm. I mean,
that's really awesome.
But it's the imagery of the deck. You look at it and you literally can see different things in it that I didn't see at first. And then when she laid the card out, I was like, oh my God, I saw like 15 different things in it.
Yeah, and it depends on the context. That's one of the main things I'm going to stress is context, because this could be somebody getting pregnant from messing around with somebody who's messing around with a bunch of other people. But it could be two people that are together expecting a baby or becoming one, or it could be two people that break up and now it's a single person. It depends on the context of the question. And that's why too, when I do my free readings, I ask a specific question. Because if I don't know if it's about money, you know, if this card, if it was about money, two incomes now are one, because one of them lost their job.
I see.
You know, it could be, it depends on the context.
I like that a lot. I mean, I think I agree with Tanya, you know, like looking at things through your eyes is really exciting. Very exciting.
It's a different view. And I think anybody who has a favorite deck, you're going to be able to go a lot deeper in it when you're teaching people that deck, because you're so connected to it versus just picking up any type of deck. I've seen people where they do classes where there's like mass production of cards. Like Amira had a class for her deck. Now her cards are pretty, I mean, they're oracles.
Yeah.
So what's on the card is what literally you see. I mean, you can get a different story depending on how it falls. But you had people that were kind of like, they didn't really get it, because it's an oracle deck. It was like, okay, it's just one dimensional. You know, it's just one picture. This is the Ice King. The Ice King is somebody that maybe is uncommitted. He could also, there's a lion in the card though. He could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You know, there's puffballs. There's things that you can see in these cards, but some people can't see it because they think one dimensional. And I think with Lynna sees things, I guess, I wouldn't even say three-dimensional, because sometimes you get a deeper in. I'm sitting up there looking like, what the fuck is she talking about? It goes deeper. So I'm like, okay. It sometimes it goes over my head, but I think it's because she's very connected to that deck.
Well, and I wanted to start with this deck because this is the first deck. Well, not the first deck, but it's one of the original decks, and I wanted to start from the beginning. And, you know, the deck was created in Italy. It was a playing card game. Then it went over to Europe, and that's when they added the majors, that, you know, and so I wanted to start with the earliest tarot that I could find and then go down the line as the years and semesters progressed. So,
which I think is a good way to do it. You got a lot of young readers who don't really look at the classical decks.
Yeah, but maybe they should, because
I think you should always
a lot to offer.
That's correct. I think you should always have one classical deck, one deck that's old. For me, it wasn't the Rider-Waite. For me, it was, I got the Marseille and then I got the Visconti. But
I find that there's more in the Marseille than there is in the pictures of the Rider-Waite. Now, I like the Rider-Waite because now I know the story behind it and I can appreciate it, but they're just pictures. And even though these are just pictures, there's also numbers and you know, different things. I don't know how to explain it, but there's more to me than, I'm not stuck on this one picture. If I have patterns and numbers, that's more than just one single picture. And you know, there are some decks that have a lot in each picture, and you can see different things, like what is it, the King of Pentacles or the King of Swords? Why is his foot on an armadillo? There were no armadillos over there back then. Why did she put an armadillo in there? So there's extra things in the Rider-Waite deck, but when you have just the numbers and the patterns, you have, like I was saying, numerology, you have astrology, you have all kinds of stuff, patterns, and it's just, there's so much. Girl, how long you got?
I know, that's one of the things you said. You're like, I could teach tarot. I could teach this one deck for like 2 to 4 years. I was like, what? 2 to 4 years?
Probably longer
But
than
it's
that.
true. You're so into it. And there are so many different things, like you said. But, you know, kind of, you know, flowing back, you know, to you teaching, how is it? What is the first thing that you're going to teach? Are you going to start with just teaching the majors and then go to the minors? How are you going to do this?
The first month is going to be history. because you need to know where the deck is coming from. You need to know. If you don't know, then it's just another deck with pictures on it. You play solitary with the bicycle deck, you know. But now that's where I got started. Is I went to jail, and a lady in jail. We didn't, of course, didn't have tarot cards in jail, but you can buy a deck of cards, and she read my cards with playing cards. And I just thought, wow, I've been playing with playing cards, you know, my entire life. My grandma and grandpa played solitary. They played double solitary. They played all different ways of you know, with the cards. And here she is. And you know what? I'll be damned. She was right. And there was no fucking way she was going to be right back then. But even the how many kids I had, all kinds of things from playing cards.
Wow.
I think it's interesting. Let's see. I had my cards read in jail with playing cards too. In voodoo, that is the only thing that they use to read.
But see, now I don't read playing cards, but I can read Marseille, which is the same thing basically as playing card.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the numbers and everything, they correlate to different things. And then, I mean, sometimes with my playing cards, the message comes out that has nothing to do with the card.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think, and that's why I was saying, I think literally when you open up that window, you can read anything. You can. You have to find the symbolism in it that means something to you, and then be able to kind of share that with somebody. But I think the thing about it is older decks and playing cards have been one of the staples for a lot of people. People who can't afford tarot decks do playing cards. And there are a lot of young people now that are getting into them. But I think like going back to the classics and understanding the history and looking at the beauty of the art, a lot more people are going to go to classical decks. I think everybody, like you say, should have at least one. Because it opens up that door. And now playing cards are coming in like just insanely creative too.
And even though it's a classical deck, to a lot of people, it's something that's brand new, because not a lot of people read Marseille. And you can't hardly find any classes. I mean, there's some, but very, very few.
I wonder how many people prefer the Marseille over the Rider-Waite. Because honestly, I mean, I know when I first was like, I want to get a tarot deck, everybody was like, you have to get the Rider-Waite. That's the beginning deck for everybody. And that was really what they offered you. So how did you go about like not getting the Rider-Waite? Did you just say, okay, this isn't working for me? Or did you ask for a suggestion? Or?
Well, I started with Robin Wood, which is a Rider-Waite based deck, but the imagery was better at the time for me, because like I said, I thought Rider-Waite Smith was basic until I understood the story behind it. Now I can see, when I look at the colors in the card, I can see Japanese pottery and the different tapestries and appreciate the deck more, and I understand and I know her story, and you know, and so now I like the cards. It's kind of like going back to what we were talking about earlier. Once you know something, you can either appreciate it or not. Rob Lowe, I liked him before I knew him. Once I knew him, I didn't like him. You know, it can go either way. I didn't like Rider-Waite until I knew her, until I knew her story. Then I liked her. I'm really black and white about it. Well, Tonya knows, even when it comes to friends, I either like you or I don't like you. And I can look at somebody and there's one person that Tonya knows and she's sweet. I said, I don't like her. I'm not going to name names. She knows who I'm talking about. But from the beginning, it was like, I don't like her. There's something.
Well, I think that's the thing about you is she's simple like that. It's either or. I like you or I don't like you. I like it or I don't like, you know, the alternative to it. And I think with Rider-Waite, a lot of people get overwhelmed with it at the beginning because they're trying to read it to you know, somebody who's had 15 years experience. You know, I saw this person give a reading with Rider-Waite and they did this and that. And then I look at the cards and I'm like, where do you start? It can be a very overwhelming deck. for a lot of people. And I think people look for alternatives to it. They want to learn tarot, but they don't want to struggle with it.
Well,
And I think
they like the artwork of other decks too.
that's true too. And I think it speaks for connections. Just like you were talking about, your skin deck is changing because her husband is dying. Decks to me have personalities. There's certain things that you click with that speak to you. There are decks that at first I did not like, and they kept calling my name, Tonya, come get me, Tonya. And I was like, ah. And I put them to the side, and then I started reading with them. And it's like, you know what? Okay, yeah, we cool. I like you. We built up that connection, but it wasn't immediate. And then there's some decks that I absolutely am in love with at the very beginning that I was like, okay, I gotta have you. So I think the energy shifts and changes. There's decks that people have given me that I am a lot more connected to. Lynna comes over here and she'll throw a deck out there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like it. I like the energy. And I don't know, I think a lot of times it's because I see it through her eyes, because it would be a deck I wouldn't even order.
Oh no, I like a lot of Lynna's decks. I can't say anything.
She's very good at selling it because she is passionate about it, and she can tell you about every single deck she has. She literally could give you the history on every, and I know she's gonna be like, but she can.
One day, Lynna, I'm gonna have to take a day off, and I'm just gonna sit in your house and be like, okay, talk. Let's see all these decks. Let me be happy for a minute.
I was actually doing a deck a week, and then, doing videos takes a lot of energy. It really does. And to try to do daily and weekly, and then how many weeklies you're going to do, and then do all the monthlies. And I just gave up on it. But I have a playlist where I would go through almost every week. What was it, Deck Friday, I think? I did it for a while. But I've got some on my desktop that I never uploaded since before we went to Portland.
And I think the thing about you too, Lynna's very soft-spoken and patient.
That's true.
So she's one of these people that when she takes the time to hold up one card, she's like, look, do you see this? Do you see how that crosses over? Do you see how this blends? I mean, she literally takes the time to break the card down, and she doesn't get frustrated. Because there's sometimes I'm looking at her like, Mom? And she's still like, okay, look, no, look at this. And that's how I know when she's like getting there. She's like, no, like focus. Look what I'm doing. I think that's what's going to make her a really good teacher in the Collegium, because she's one of these people where she's there's a calm spirit about her, and her delivery is really, really peaceful. And go ahead. No, and I was going to say, I think a lot of people are going to connect with that energy.
I think what's going to make her extra awesome, honestly, is that there's nothing that she can't answer about it. It's like a library of tarot. Just like sitting right there in person. Absolutely. But then also, it's the fact that you are correct, she's patient, but she doesn't make you feel stupid for not seeing it. And a lot of people will be like, you know what, just forget it. But she breaks it down according to each person. And she, she's like, okay, well, maybe Tonya will get it this way, but Shishi will get it this other way.
Yeah.
And so she looks at each individual and she breaks it down for them, which is a nice thing too. So an awesome teacher.
Shanika said your voice is such that even bad news doesn't sound bad.
A lot of people have told me that. I'm like, it doesn't look likely. I'm so sorry. He ain't coming back.
It's true though, but I think that's going to really help people connect with you. I know you're not really an extrovert where you put yourself out there, like you say. When I even suggested it, I was kind of like, this would be good for you. This would be really good. It's a really good opportunity. And she was kind of like, and you can hear that she wanted to do it because she does have things to share. I think the thing is, we have so many people out here that are teaching. And I'm not going to say that they're bad, but I feel like with her knowledge and her delivery that she has a lot to give. I feel like that. I feel like this is just the beginning with her. I feel like she has a lot. Like she said, there's other decks that you could really get into with her. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for her and for people who take her class.
I hope so.
Also, it will be. Not hope so. Like, we're gonna all be looking at your class for sure. That's the truth. We're all like,
Yeah.
like looking at the cards for things that we missed. Like, darn, we didn't even see that. That was nowhere in our eyesight.
Gotta get this deck though.
I have that deck.
The CBD tarot.
No, there's the cocaine tarot that just came out though.
Oh no, I mean CBD. Conjure-Knits.
Wait, I was like, wait, no. Let me see it.
I got completely lost. Wherever y'all went, I just got, I'm like, Rob, like, what?
It's called CBD Tarot. It's by Johann Bendove, and he's based it off the Convert deck from 1754 or something like that.
You're gonna have to send that to me, and I'm gonna look at it.
Go to cbdtarot.com. Here, I'll write it in here.
I'm gonna forget it.
But
I'm gonna pop an edible and be like, ow, and forget all about it.
Well, if you pop an edible, just remember CBD Tarot.
Oh my goodness.
Connection.
I know. I was like, no, but there's the cocaine tarot that I saw, but I'm not gonna back that.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, the cocaine tarot's out. It looks kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's different.
It's not expensive. I think it's like $20.
I think it's,
so. Is it going to be required to buy the?
It would be very helpful if you have a deck, and you can go along with me, and you can see it on your card. Or I'm gonna have assignments, and we're gonna be doing, little things. What do we call it?
The answer is yes. You need the deck.
You need the deck, because when I give you an assignment, which is not really an assignment, but just like when we do our workings, I don't know what I'm missing the word. The word's just but say lay out 3 cards and then bring them on camera and say, okay, tell me, why did Snow White choose to stay with the 7 dwarves? Look at your 3 cards. What interpretation do you get from those cards? Okay, how about this question using the same 3 cards, but let them pull their own cards and they can come up with the meanings too. What do you call that?
Readings?
Well,
reading exercises?
Exercises, that's the word.
Yeah.
So they'll have little exercises and things to do so they can be involved, because they need to be involved and get their hands dirty, understand.
And not be scared to do it. Because a lot of people are scared because they feel like, oh, you have so much more knowledge, and so we can't, we can't pull this.
Yeah, it's knowledge, but it's also about intuition too. And with these cards, there's patterns. Okay, what do you see? Do you see a penis and a ovaries and the uterus with a baby in it? Is that what you see? You could see something different. Tonya said she saw a face.
Yeah, I see the face in there too.
So, there's different things you can see depending on the question. You pull your cards, you pull 3 cards, ask, why did Snow White choose to live with the 7 dwarves? If that comes up, maybe she was really horny and wanted to live with 7 men, Who knows?
I'm going to be doing those exercises. That's gonna be bad.
Maybe she liked that they worked hard, because he's out there in the field he's cutting heads off, but he's working. Maybe because they worked hard. Maybe because, I'm backwards. Maybe because they would shield her. They would protect her. Maybe she was at a crossroads, didn't know which way to go. It just depends, on what they see in the cards.
That's going to be so much fun.
It is. It's going to be a lot of info too. It sounds like
having the deck would be very helpful. It would be beneficial to the student to be able to put their hands on the cards and be able to look at the cards they pull,
and interpret them.
Because no answer is wrong.
That's true.
All answers are right.
Just your interpretation of it.
Exactly. You know, we just pulled what, four or five cards, same question. You get a different answer. So it doesn't, you know.
But I think that is the whole thing with tarot, and people sometimes don't understand, but it helps you navigate. So it gives you scenarios. You literally could turn left and do something different and go right and do something completely different too. So I always tell people, you know, when we do specific questions, we do, but when you get a full reading, tarot tends to give you a lot of different options on how to solve something or navigate life, period.
Right. And that's one of the things too, when people get readings, they come back and they're like, well, we didn't stay together like you said. And I'll say, well, what happened? Well, I told him that if we weren't going to get married, then I was done. Okay, so you changed the outcome.
You ended it.
You come to get a reading to see where you're going if you stay on the path you're currently on. If you do something else to divert that path, I'm not responsible.
That's on you.
Yep. If you give any man an ultimatum, girl, just give it up. You know, if I tell you you're going to be with them and things are going to work out great, and then you go give him an ultimatum, the man's going to be like, screw you. I don't know a man that likes ultimatums, period.
I don't know anybody who likes ultimatums.
No.
I think the thing about it with cards, especially with that particular deck, is that the structure is there. And for a lot of people, they let the emotions. I think that's one of the things that makes it hard for people to read themselves. And they'll find out in your class is that if you take the emotions out of it and look at the structure of the cards and the meanings of the card, you're going to get a truer reading. You know, we tend to mess things up because we get emotional. She didn't want to see it that way. She wanted to rush it. So that's what she did.
Yeah, I've had that too. People say, oh, no, that's not right. That's not what's going to happen. I'm like, okay, well, that's what Spirit says. You know, I'm not going to argue with them. But I'm not going to say I'm wrong because I'm not wrong. You know.
I think I mean, that's why I say sometimes it's good to tell people the cards and let them catch up for themselves. Because sometimes it takes people that moment to go back in and look at it and go, oh, okay, you know, maybe this was right, if they want to see it. I always say no tarot reader is going to be 100% because like you said, it's up for interpretation. You pulled 5 cards and you got 5 different ways that Snow White could be using these dwarfs.
Right.
5 different ways. Not all, they weren't all wrong. Like you said, there's no wrong answer. It's just different scenarios. But then, I look forward to it. I mean, I want to see. I like the deck now. I will be honest, I did not click with it at first because all I saw was a lot of red slashes.
They're not pictures. It
was just, it did not resonate with me. It just literally did not resonate with me. And that night that we were reading and I pulled my cards and I saw the infected penis, and then you looked at yours and saw the infected penis, and then you showed me where it was infected. I shouldn't even be saying that. The red line.
It was a dirty penis. It's too late now. We already know.
I know. I don't just put it all out there. And thank God, I hope none of us can remember who the reading was for. So
he had a bad penis.
Exactly. But I did see it. So it gave me a different appreciation for the deck because I was able to get the visual. And that's where a lot of people are going to get confused when it comes to reading. Like you say with the Rider-Waite, we have a male, we have a female, we have certain things that are going on. And then you come over here and you got these little red slashes with, you know, different cups and things thrown in and swords. So it should be interesting how people interpret it. It's going to be, I feel like, an interesting class because there's going to be a ton of interpretations.
I think there'll be tons of people. A lot of people are going to want to learn this from you. And that's what's even more exciting because some people, they're like, we want to learn tarot. But if you don't use a set tarot deck, like I don't use a set tarot deck, then that makes it difficult to teach people sometimes tarot. Because not everybody, like if I was like, okay, I'm teaching the Rider-Waite. there's so many Rider-Waite-esque decks that,
Right.
you know, but once again, the Terre de Marseille is just that. This is what you have. The symbols, the cups. There are no fluffy things in
There's
there at all.
a few little differences, and you know, we're going to talk about those too, because it changed. The Rider-Waite, I mean the Marseille changed. Some of them on the devil card have a face on the devil's belly, and some don't. Some of them on the lover's card, the Cupid has a blindfold. Some decks don't. They changed. You know, there was a certain period where they no longer had those.
I know. I think we went through, like, yours had the face on the belly and mine didn't, I think, because mine doesn't
No,
have
mine don't have the face on the belly. I want
Mine-
a deck like that, but they're hard to find. I think Jodorowsky has a deck that has the face on the belly. But I have other Marseille decks too. These, I bought these in Portland. Let's see. The marshmallow.
I remember those.
That is so cute.
And there's another one I have somewhere that has mermaids. It's Marseille mermaids.
That's so cute.
Let me see.
The pink box. Now I'm like, I think I need that. I don't.
They're cute too. They really are.
That reminds me of the Atrusiette deck. The mini
This is the
Atrusiette.
moon card.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is.
These are really cool. We
I
bought
like how
these.
we're getting close to the screen. We're like, ooh.
I know, trying to get the detail. It's like I want to see the detail.
But they're still the same. And you know, but
Oh, so
he
cute.
put his interpretation on it, and his story's really good too. They're two guys from Mexico. One of them was the creator of the deck, and the other one was the artist, and they're brothers. And they're really cute too.
Mm.
Tanya knows, she met them. I can't
Oh, are
find
they
it.
cute? They're cute, Tanya.
I can't remember.
Those, you know, those little Mexican boys that were up there and that were selling this deck. Okay, I can talk about this
I
one.
remember.
It keeps coming up. This is the Three of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people don't like to do politics, but on one side you have the Democrats, on the other side you have Republicans. And you see how they're clashing. They're butting heads. They can't come to an agreement. So you have the problem solvers caucus busting through, breaking them apart, and making a decision on their own.
So a third party.
Right. It's two parties butting heads and a third party coming in and breaking it up, making a breakthrough. So it's not always about heartbreak or, you know. But that's true. That's what's going on right now because they won't fucking agree. So somebody else had to come in and make the decision for them. But that's politics, and we don't want to get into politics.
That's really, I like those.
But that card come up in a lot of my readings lately. And then they just brought it out yesterday about the Problem Solvers Caucus. You know, going to propose that bill. I hope it passes. So they'll stop arguing. So, well, they're not even really arguing. They're not doing anything.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think they're stagnant. I don't think they're really doing anything.
Stalemate.
Pretty much.
But the cards don't lie. Sometimes I misinterpret. I know, what was it, in my Cancer reading for the monthlies, that card came up and I explained it. I thought it was going to be Trump coming in making an executive order. So I got the wrong person, but the situation was still the right situation because there was a third party coming in making the decision for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cards are always right, whether I interpret or get the specific person. Sometimes the details might be a little off.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we've all dealt with that, where the message was right, but there was the way it was delivered or the perception of it was a little bit off.
I seriously thought it was going to be Trump making an executive decision. but it wasn't him. It was somebody else. But still, a decision is being made that wasn't made by the two parties that were supposed to make it.
Correct.
So I'm still waiting on you. I keep pointing the wrong way. Yeah, that way. Because I'm mirrored or something. You, for that older man. I told you 3 years ago. We're still waiting on that older man.
Oh, you mean her person?
You
mean her lover?
Me?
I don't know, because the way I interpret it, she was supposed to have a white guy, and she was meeting him at a bar, and he didn't like big earrings. He didn't like gaudy people.
But he was older.
Mm-hmm.
He was older. Because remember when I gave you that Dolly deck? And
Yeah.
we were in the car, we're headed to Louisiana. And I pulled and I reached over and I grabbed the cards and I said, there, you're supposed to meet an older man. You're gonna be with an older man. And she looked at me and I said, yeah, look at him.
But you know what? Part of it, if we talk about people avoiding fate, Tonya was running for a bit. She was straight road running.
Tanya's still running.
Like, just sit still, let him catch up with you for a little bit.
Okay, look, I can't help it if he got a limp or whatever's going on with his ass. That's on him. Because I have slowed down.
Only because 2020 made you slow down. Only because 2020 made you slow down.
What she said, I'm in a Maserati speeding. It's funny though, the women be catching up with me. They be all in the DMs and the PMs talking about, I want to do this with you and take you out and do all that. Where the fuck the man at?
No, that's because the women were observing. They were just like, they're like, she didn't even notice us. So they were able to pop in because you didn't notice them. But the men you're always speeding from.
Well, I don't know about the snow bunny. I don't know. I think at this point I'm gonna be in the bush with an African that looks purple and
What?
Yeah, we're gonna be in Ghana because it depends on how the election goes. I'm going to Africa. I'm gonna get me a purple looking African man. We're gonna grow a garden and we're gonna do spiritual stuff. I already made my mind up.
Why does he have to be purple?
If you don't have a red penis, you'll be all right.
I saw this beautiful man on TikTok that was like black purple, and I just thought that was amazing.
Oh, well, there's like black blue.
I just thought that was amazing. No, he was black purple. I've seen black blue. I dated black blue, but it was black purple, and I was like, that is freaking beautiful to me.
I love all shades. A purple man, Tonya.
Well, I don't see the snow bunny. I don't see.
He was an older man. I know he was an older man.
I think I wasn't the only one that told you about you dating a white guy, though. A few people saw him.
I'll be 53 next month. What the fuck, man? What is he, 60, 70? Like, what the hell? I got to put a diaper on him?
He might just be 55.
Right. He could be 53 before you're 53.
Why does it have to be that he's like 8,000 years older than you automatically?
Look, he don't have to be Abraham.
I know.
Just because that long beard, you know.
No one said he was Moses, Tonya. Nobody said he was Moses.
Okay, so you're going to go to Germany, and what you're going to do is you and Ali going to go out to dinner with one of his friends, and you're going to be like, oh, this guy's perfect for you, Tonya. Come down here to this club. Let's go hang out, and I won't wear my gaudy earrings, and I'll meet the guy.
No, because if you don't like him, then you be like, Shishi, I'm going to sacrifice you to one of my spirits. I'd be like, I'm not playing that life.
I already know which one I'm going to give you to. I already know.
I'd be like, sacrifice Lynna. She's known you longer. She got more life on her for to be sacrificed.
I think the thing with the cards though, because when I don't ever get love readings. Ever. It always comes up in the readings. Every time somebody all I want to hear about is the money and building my empire. And y'all like, oh, you're gonna be in a snow bunny. You're gonna meet a white guy and he's older. And I'm like, where the fuck did he slip in at? Where did he slip in at?
I told you, and it's so funny. I don't know if Lynna's like me. I love love. Tonya does not love love.
Oh,
she
no.
doesn't.
I don't know. Right now, it ain't my thing. I mean,
oh, no, I love
for other people. It's just I got other shit to do.
No, I love for people to find their people. So
I'm yeah.
And I get excited about it. But now I'm also getting to the point where I'm like,
right for them, because I have to tell a lot more people no than I tell them yes. And that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that I agree with. But I also am getting to the point now, I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning into Tanya, where I'm like, you've been with that person for 8 years and you don't know if they love you or not yet, then just leave. Just go.
Come on. Come on. I mean, I get love, but I mean, at some point, you're trying to make it to a goal, whether it's going to be we're going to live together and be committed, or we're going to get married and be committed. But this, 15 years and you still don't know where you're doing, where you're going, that's crazy to me. That really is crazy to me.
If
So
you
we're
don't
not-
know where you stand, then you know exactly where you stand.
Pretty much.
True.
I agree.
True.
So
And I think the whole thing, even with Shishi, Ali showed in her readings, what, 3 years ago?
5. It was 5.
Yeah. If we go back, he showed up a long time ago. So my thing is, I refuse to settle. That I'm open to love. I am open to love, but I refuse to settle. I refuse to date people that work my nerves. I don't want anything that's going to slow me down. So if you ain't coming in right, then you ain't coming in at all.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. So I'm not going to say that I have an issue, because a lot of people are like, oh, you hate love. I don't think I'm not going to say I don't think I hate it. I don't hate it. But air signs we don't fall in love quick. Aquarius do more so than Libras. Aquarius are very romantic and floaty and beautiful. So if that's the air sign that you want to be in love with, they're wonderful. Libras and Geminis, we're a little bit harder.
But see, that's where do I fit in then?
Leos too, though. Leos tend to be more about money and success. Now, you do want to be in love, and I think you do have an older male that's coming in.
Leos
But
love
you have an aversion to older men. You don't like them. I see it in your cards. Every time I pull a card and it's an older man, the next card is her back is turned. Because she don't want the older man. She wants somebody who's younger.
Like, do I have to put a diaper on him? Automatically assuming they're 15.
I don't want to raise nobody else's kid. My problem is with older men is, I won't say all of them, but a lot of them are perverts. I can talk to you and be nice to you, but the first time when I say I'm moving into a new house and you say, oh, good, maybe I can come and spend the night with you, I'll be like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you.
Young men are like that too, though.
I mean, you can't come at me like that. If I don't know you and we're just talking, getting to know each other, don't say you can come to my house.
I think that's just a man. I think
men
they're
will do
gonna
that
try what they can try. They're gonna just try it.
No.
I mean, younger men will be like,
only one time until they
younger
get
men will too, Lynna. Younger men will be like, oh, good, so you're getting a new house, so I can come over, you can cook for me.
Yeah, younger men are. I mean,
No,
people are out
they
there.
can stop on the way there and bring me food. I don't care that they didn't cook it. They can stop and pick it up on the way. Because if I cook it, then I gotta do the damn dishes too.
Well, maybe, but if you found the right guy, he might cook the food and do the dishes. I mean, it depends.
That'd be all right. That'd be all right. But he can't cook.
Oh, but at least to say and want to go to your mama house.
Right.
I have a question for you, Lynna.
Your own apartment. Oh, the big house is where your parents live. You live in the basement.
No. Oh, look, I have a question for you, Lynna.
Yes.
So, like, I asked everybody, when all is said and done, and people have gone through their semesters, what are you hoping they leave with?
A deeper appreciation for the cards. Because if you don't appreciate them, then you may as well not even try to read them.
Understood.
100% true. 100% true. I think with that deck, either you will like it or you will not.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you're just buying decks just to buy decks, my decks mean something to me.
That too.
My decks, I can throw clothes in a trash bag when I'm moving, but my decks have to be in their plastic tub and taken care of because I love those decks. I know those decks. If I was just buying decks just to say I have 300 decks, I wouldn't give a shit about those cards. And if I don't give a shit about the cards, I can't read the cards.
Absolutely.
because the cards have a spirit. Like you were saying, Tonya, the cards all have a spirit. And if it's just a card, then that spirit's not connecting with you and you won't get a good read off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, when I tell people when I'm reading from, I'm like, okay, so which deck do you want to read? You know, do you choose? And I'm like, they're like, does it matter? I'm like, yeah, every deck has its own personality. My manga tarot is rude, cutthroat, definitely masculine energy. And he'll be like, oh, well, sorry that your dude's cheating on you, or sorry that your girl's cheating on you. Next.
Right.
Like, that's the answer. There's no read into it at all. He's like, that's it. Thanks for asking the question.
Absolutely. Tough shit is like that too. Tough shit don't give a shit. They're like, I don't care if they cry. Tell it, give the message. Give the message. You know, so I agree that, you know, you have to connect with it. And what I like about it, and I've said this before with the Collegium, is that everybody that you've chosen is not coming into this lukewarm. Everybody that you've chosen is coming in because they're really passionate and connected to what they're teaching, regardless of what it is. They're connected. If you get in a conversation with Marcus about demons, good Lord. I mean, you know, he gonna mess around and have you setting up your table of practice and your incense and everything trying to summon because you get so into it with him. And if you've ever heard Sherwin pray, you know that he can call down the Holy Spirit like that with just his words. Alyssa is gifted with so many different things, and she loves all of it. It's just, I think it's just going to be such a good semester. I really do.
It'll be a fun semester. And I'm excited like that we're doing payment plans. I have to go probably answer some messages soon because I think I have some email messages. But I'm excited about all of it. I'm excited that we're all excited to be doing this together and then just to be working with each other. I think what's important is, you know, with a lot of people who get into this situation, like with a school or a university, anything like that, they're not rooting each other on. And what I've discovered is each of us root each other on. We're like, yeah, you know, go for it. You know, we're excited to see what you're bringing to the table. And a lot of people, they're too busy being in competition. And that's something I didn't want. I didn't want us to have to be in competition with each other. I wanted us to all get along and want, you know, each person and each thing to succeed. So I'm excited. And Lynna, perfect fit. I know when I was like, I need another teacher. And she's like, ask Lynna. Lynna could teach tarot. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, She's like, wait, no, I'll ask Lynna. She's like, let me ask Lynna first.
Well, I knew that she could do it 100%. But I knew also that she's very introverted when it comes to putting herself, and you always see her little hands.
Yeah.
But when it comes to really putting herself out there like that, she's very protective of her space and her energy. And, you know, I respect that. But I thought that she would really, really be good because I know how she is with her cards, period. I mean, she could teach any deck. Any deck. You could literally ask her any question about any deck and she'd be on it. Just like that.
It's a natural talent for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a gift. It's like your gift.
It's a passion. It's her passion.
I love my cards. I do. Like I was saying, I take better care of my cards than I do my clothes. I don't give a shit about my clothes. If somebody don't like what I'm wearing, I don't care. You know, that's why I don't show my face on there because half the time I don't want to get dressed. But you know, not gonna lie. But it's important. I feel like when I do my readings and stuff, and my hands, for them to see the cards, for people to see what I'm doing. They don't need to see my face. It's not me. It's spirit talking to you. Why you need to look at me? You don't need to look at me.
Well, see, they need to see my face because when I do that 15 eye roll, you need to understand what these eyes is trying to tell you. Because you're not getting it. And you got to see the look. You got to see the look from me. That's the way I am.
Probably.
But I get it.
Yeah. But no, I just, you know, I love my cards. I love my decks. They mean a lot to me. They're like my little babies. I know they're the creator's babies, but I adopted the bitches. They're mine now. You know?
So very true.
Too. Your babies too.
And they all have a story, just like babies, you know, when you adopt a baby, you, of course, you love that baby, but then when you find out what the baby went through or what the parents went through, the backstory behind the baby, then you can appreciate that baby even more.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Anything. You're right.
That's true.
So when are we gonna do this on the Collegium page?
You broke up. Say it again.
Oh, when are we gonna do this on the Collegium page? Because I know we're gonna start doing our little mini classes, right?
Mm-hmm. So mini classes. I know for me, I'm starting recording mine. I'm trying to start recording mine next week because right now I'm packing. And as long as I'm not an invalid, I can get more done this weekend. That's the goal. But I would like us to do it next month. Did she just oh, okay.
No, I need to cough.
Oh, I was like, she just something
disappeared in the building.
I know. I was like, something just ate Lynna.
Like, I love those backdrops. Those backdrops, all of a sudden people be there and then they'd be like, what?
No, Alyssa, you're still doing my interview, but I have to interview Tonya and Lynna for the Collegium.
Yeah, listen, yeah, you're still doing, yeah.
I just wanted to show the cat in the background.
No, I was like, wait, where'd you were like, oh, wait. And I was like,
no. I suck spit down my windpipe and I had to cough. And I was like,
yeah, because your eyes got big and then you just disappeared into the building. So I was like, what happened?
It's like, ta-da!
I know. I was like, what on earth? Oh my God. I was like,
it's magic.
I automatically thought you went to the bathroom though.
Oh no, I just had to cough, but I didn't want to like.
So when is your interview with Elisa?
After you guys' interview.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I'm the last.
Okay, you're the last one? All right.
I'm the last one. And then we have the Red Table Talks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. When are you going to be in Germany when we start those?
Probably, yeah. So, I mean, it probably have to be, because I'd be 6 hours ahead of you guys. So, if we do a weekday, then it has to be at like 6, because I'll be knocked out otherwise. But if we do a weekend, it's pretty flexible. So.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. Well, this was good, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Lynna, for talking to us about all your tarot addictions and how awesome you are with it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn from you too. You'll crack.
Next week we'll have Elisa on here.
Yes.
And that'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun. That will be a lot of fun. So we'll do the Collegium for you two coming up soon. And then it'll have to be probably October. I need to try to get my house packed, unfortunately.
Yeah, just let me know whenever.
And
whenever you want to do it.
Elisa. Is that right? Elisa?
Elisa.
Elisa.
Is it Elisa?
Elisa.
I call her Elisa. I don't know. Actually, I just call her cousin. Never mind. Ignore that. I'm like, what's up?
Would you say that's the easier way?
I'm like, I don't want to mess with me back then. But no, so we'll get that going. And but I'm excited about the Red Table Talk and people bringing their witchy questions to the group. That'll be fun too. That'll be really fun. So we just got to sit down with the guys and get a day that we're doing that. And I'm thinking once a month would probably be good.
That's probably about the only time you're going to get the guys together. If you try to get them to commit to anything more than that, because, you know, men do not. I mean, Sherwin might talk that much, but Marcus and Frank,
Actually, Frank will talk a lot.
Really?
Frank can really talk.
Oh.
Awesome. Like, get him talking about swordsmanship or fencing and stuff. Yeah, he's about that.
Well, shoot. Well, then good. I'm excited. It'll be good then. Like you say, once a month. Perfect.
Yep. It gives people time to get their questions together too.
That'll be good.
That'll be good. And then people can see what we're bringing to the table, how we're teaching, what we know, and then it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun for us all to have just some fun downtime and talk and answer questions about things that we love.
Yeah, and connect. I agree.
Exactly. So when are you teaching your beginning ancestry class?
This class, I had a group of people that just kept on me. I think it was like 9 people, and they were like, can you please just tell us about the ancestors and how to start things off? So this is really, really basic. This is literally like an intro to the Collegium, because all we're going to do is talk about how to connect with the ancestors. People think you need this elaborate altar and everything like that, and I just want to do something simple, because we got people in the Collegium that are going to build up on it. So it's like, okay, candle, glass of water, ground, how to meditate, how to start meditating, you know, how to do basic protections, because people are like, what do I do for my house? But it kind of goes off to like the mini classes. So I think some of my mini classes will kind of go off of that too. But it's really ground level, because I want them to kind of want more, like come back in and say, well, let me go deeper into it. Let me look a little bit more into it. These are for people that are completely like at the beginning. Most of the people that came to me were like, I know nothing and I'm scared. And some of them are going to be in a Collegium or they're moving over that way. But they wanted like this intro. And I was like, okay, cool, we'll do it. But
I don't be scared.
Real basic, real basic.
I hope like by at least being in the Collegium, people will be less scared. That'll be good.
I think if we with the mini classes, even with this starting off and the mini classes, I think it'll make people feel more comfortable. Yeah. Because a lot of people are kind of like, you know, I want to try it, but, you know, I want to do this, but, and I mean, connecting with the ancestors should be the easiest thing. But people are so scared, and they're like, I can't hear them. I need to go get readings. And I'm like, okay, no. Then we'll do the basic class, and then we'll move up from there, because then we got definitely moving into like, you know, the witchcraft, the voodoo, you know, the conjure, you know, the tarot. People are scared to death of reading tarot cards and stuff. It's just amazing how many people still have those fears.
The mindfulness with Alyssa and learning to live in the present and connect with what
exactly. Yeah. And I mean, she would do so much with helping them ground and you know, keeping themselves balanced. And we need that right now. And people don't even understand how to do that. You know, it could be as simple as walking outside in the grass, you know, getting some sunlight. But I think it'll be something that will open up.
That's like with Marcus and the demons. I'll be honest, that's not something I was interested in until we went to Portland. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to do something for you or do this. And now it's like, oh, cool. And guess what? Lynna's still sitting here with it right on top of her desk. And that's where it stays.
People are scared. I mean, they're scared. And this is not, the little class that I'm putting on is not for people that have practiced 5-6 years. You know, this is really for people who are at the beginning. And a lot of these people are coming to the Collegium. But we got people, I like that we got different walks, because there's going to be, as we grow, the information becomes, you know, more solid. And then people can really, they'll be realizing I'm in a practice, that I'm actually doing this now. It's not that, oh, I'm thinking about it or I'm getting to know it. Now I'm actually doing it. And I think that it's going to be, it'll lead off into it. Yeah. So it'll be good.
I think it will be fun. Guys, I'm going to take some medicine.
Yes, go, because it's already after 9.
Feeling something.
Yes, babe, definitely. Take your edible and, you know, relax.
I definitely should help a little bit. I don't know if it's carpal tunnel. I hope it's not gout, because I'm like, well, damn. And I hope it's not arthritis. I'm just like, I don't know. I was hoping it was texting thumb.
Well, I mean, it could be. It sounds like tendonitis. I mean, and even just with the thumb, it can be. I get a lot of clients that get this from texting and computer work. Yeah. And it's normally tendonitis. The tendons and the joints are inflamed because you're overusing them. And I guarantee packing is not helping it. And it could have aggravated it. So take anti-inflammatories if you can get them.
Well, wouldn't that be the ibuprofen?
I mean, it could be. What milligram are you taking? Is it 50, 100, 200? Because I got some 800s.
Whatever's other kind. I got Tylenol with codeine. But I don't
Okay,
think it's
take
anti-inflammatory.
You know, you can do medical readings with tarot too.
Yeah, you want to tell me? Can I get some drugs? I need some drugs.
All right, let's see. Let's even ask the question before you go. What's wrong with it?
Look, so niece say, cousin said get some neem oil and rub on it, and it will help to relax the nerves and joints. Oddly, it works. Somebody told me to go get some white tiger oil. This Asian lady, she's like, you need white tiger oil.
Oh,
I'm
white tiger oil is good. I use it for my massage. It's like a muscle rub. It's strong.
I've never even heard of it. So where do I get it from?
You know, you get it at Asian supermarkets or places that have ethnic products.
I'm gonna write her and be like, if you love me and you want me to do, because she's like, you never do my tarot reading. I'm like, I'll do your tarot reading and give me some white tiger oil.
At least so you can get it off of Amazon. I have a place that I go and just buy it. It's like a little Asian supermarket, but yeah, you can find it on Amazon for sure.
I'm gonna look on Amazon now. I'd be like, I need it.
You got the 7 of coins, and that's about skeletal bones, your cartilage, your supporting structure. They're talking about calcium and your phosphate levels. So make sure you're taking calcium.
Yeah, I have not been drinking milk.
Your, nutrient levels in protein, magnesium, fluoride, and then of course, like I said, potassium. So see, that's another thing you can do with tarot.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm getting joint pain. So yeah, it literally, I mean, it's showing recovery, which is good. It's showing recovery, which means it's gonna get better. But I would agree with Lynna. You probably need to drink more. You probably need to take more magnesium or potassium.
Eat bananas. Yeah. Eat bananas and drink milk.
Well, I don't have any bananas or milk right now, but I will go pick some up for show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sweet.
I know. Aren't you like? You're a healthy eater. They make silk milk made with bananas now.
I will get that. I just need it to stop hurting.
It's pretty good. It tastes like a banana shake.
I don't really like bananas, but I will do anything to get rid of this pain.
Yeah, so try that.
All right, sweets. Well, go take care of yourself. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye, guys. Be safe.
See you next Thursday.